then there's a cross where you do.
Punk rock pioneer Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone has died at 82 after a prolonged battle with COPD and other underlying issues.
Sylvester Sly Stone Stewart, the fearless mind behind Sly and the Family Stone, died June 9, 2025 in Los Angeles. COPD, age 82. His children say he slipped away peacefully, surrounded by love. But for the rest of us, it feels like the soul of a generation just went silent. Sly didn't just make music. He made statements in bass lines, in breakdowns, in bands that looked like America should have.
I want to thank you for letting me be myself.
He changed the sound. He challenged the system. Then fame crushed him. The industry forgot him. And the man who once lit up Woodstock ended up living in a van. How did we get from there to here? Let's rewind. Because before the silence, there was a storm named Sly. Sylvester Stewart was born on March 15, 1943, in Denton, Texas, and raised in Vallejo, California. His family was deeply religious and musical. Sly and his siblings, Freddie, Rose, and Vieta, all sang in the Church of God in Christ choir. By age 4, Sly was playing piano in church. By 10, he'd picked up guitar, bass, and drums. He wasn't just a child prodigy, he was a one-man band. In high school, he formed a doo-wop group called the Viscanes, one of the first racially integrated vocal groups in the area. The message was clear from the start. Music could bring people together. In the early 1960s, Sly became a DJ at San Francisco's soul station KSOL, where his wild personality and eclectic taste made him a local favorite. He also worked as a producer at Autumn Records, helping shape the careers of artists like the Beau Brummels and Bobby Freeman. But Sly wasn't built for the background. He had a bigger vision. The birth of a movement. Then came 1966, the year Sly and the Family Stone was born. With brother Freddie on guitar, sister Rose on keys, and a multiracial mixed-gender lineup, the band broke every rule in the book. They weren't just diverse in appearance, they were diverse in sound. Funk, soul, rock, gospel, and psychedelia collided in one explosive package. Their 1968 breakthrough album, Dance to the Music, changed everything. A whole new sound had arrived, one that demanded you get up and move. By 1969, Sly and the Family Stone were cultural lightning. Their set at Woodstock, a 3:30 a.m. frenzy of call and response and pure electricity, is still considered one of the most iconic performances in music history. That same year, their album Stand went platinum. Tracks like Everyday People, Sing a Simple Song, and You Can Make It If You Try became anthems of unity and resistance. Sly wasn't just a star, he was a prophet in platinum boots. Protest in the groove. In 1971, the optimism dimmed. With the release of There's a Riot Going On, Sly turned the sound slower, darker, more chaotic. The lyrics disillusioned, cynical, raw. Gone were the bright horn lines and celebratory tone of Stand. In their place, drum machines, ghostly overdubs, and a creeping sense of paranoia. Sly recorded most of it alone, layering tracks obsessively, sometimes under the influence, always under pressure. Despite the shift, the album hit no #1 on the Billboard charts and earned critical acclaim. Over time, it would be recognized as one of the most influential albums in history, capturing the burnout of a generation. The Spiral. Through the mid-1970s, the cracks widened. Fame, addiction, and mistrust consumed Sly's world. He missed shows, sometimes entire tours. He showed up late or not at all. He carried guns, built bunkers in his studios, hired bodyguards and German shepherds. He once fired a gun into the ceiling during a recording session. The joyful chemistry of the family Stone began to unravel. One by one, band members left. The music lost its edge, the magic, its clarity. By 1975, the band was effectively done. Sly's solo material couldn't recapture the old spark. Television appearances became strange, and interviews became scattered. Behind the sunglasses was a man unraveling. The 1980s brought arrests, multiple charges for cocaine possession. In 1983, he was sentenced to 180 days in jail for assault. He was also repeatedly ordered into rehab. The funk innovator who once filled arenas was now making headlines for courtroom drama. Disappearing act. By the late 1980s, Sly had all but vanished from the public eye. Occasionally, he surfaced, a tribute appearance here, a studio guest spot there, but he was more myth than man. Then came 2011. The New York Post revealed that Sly Stone, once a millionaire, was homeless, living in a white camper van in South Central LA, living off food stamps, battling addiction, and still writing music on scraps of paper. He claimed his royalties had been stolen, and he was right. In 2015, a Los Angeles court awarded him $5 million in back pay from his former manager, Jerry Goldstein. Sadly, much of the money was lost to legal fees and could not be recovered. Sly's personal life was tangled and tragic. In 1974, he married model and actress Kathy Silva at Madison Square Garden in a chaotic ceremony witnessed by thousands. They had a son, Sylvester Stewart Jr., but the relationship disintegrated quickly. Silva left him within months, citing physical abuse and drug use. Sly also had a daughter, Novena Carmel, with longtime bandmate and trumpet player Cynthia Robinson. Novena grew up to become a respected DJ and musician. Though her relationship with her father was often distant, Cynthia remained loyal to Sly long after the family Stone crumbled. Her death in 2015 from cancer devastated him. She was more than a collaborator. She was family. There were other relationships and likely other children, but many details remain private or undocumented. What is certain, Sly's life behind the curtain was marked by distance, loss, and unhealed wounds. In 2006, fans got a brief flash of the old Sly. He appeared at the Grammy Awards, blonde mohawk still sharp, dark glasses hiding decades of pain. He performed just long enough to send the crowd into a frenzy, then walked off. It was less a comeback and more a reminder he was still here. In 2023, Sly released his long-awaited memoir, Thank You, Be Myself Again. It was raw, unfiltered, and deeply human. He spoke about his rise, his fall, and everything in between. He acknowledged his addictions, his paranoia, his regrets. He also wrote about Novena, about Sylvester Jr., about the family he couldn't fully be part of, and the music he never stopped loving. Then came 2025. On June 9, Sly Stone passed away from complications related to COPD. He was 82. The disease had slowly weakened him over the years. In the end, he was surrounded by loved ones, including Novena. Despite decades of fame, his final years were quiet, reflective, at peace. At last. At the time of his passing, his estate was modest. Much of his catalog's revenue had been lost to bad contracts, mismanagement, and lawsuits. Yet his true value could never be measured in dollars. Sly Stone was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. He received the R&B Foundation Pioneer Award in 2001. His work has been sampled by generations, from Tupac and Dr. Dre to Janet Jackson and Kendrick Lamar. Artists like Prince, Lenny Kravitz, Questlove, D'Angelo, and Bruno Mars all cite him as a foundational influence. Rolling Stone ranks multiple Family Stone albums among the greatest of all time. Stand and There's a Riot Going On are cornerstones of American music. So tonight, do what Sly would want you to do. Put on Family Affair, or If You Want Me to Stay, or Thank You, Fallatin' Me Be Mice Elf Again. Turn it up. Let it shake your walls. Let it move your soul. Because the man is gone, but the message? The rhythm, the revolution, that lives forever.